Hi, I'm Mindy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my book haul for September. These are all the books I acquired in September, other than all my great indie horror books I got at the Colorado Festival of Horror, which I did a separate video for, and I will have that link down below if you would like to see the indie horror books I picked up this month. But these are the books I got other than from the convention. I'm going to start with my book of the month books. I got 3 this month. First was my September pick, Play Nice by Rachel Harrison. I've loved all of the Rachel Harrison books I've read so far, and I gotta read the Haunted House one. I love haunted house stories, so yeah, had to have that one. I also love all the books I've read from T. Kingfisher so far, so I picked up Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher, fantasy novel, and I have liked the fantasy novels they've written, as well as the horror. And the last one I picked up was The Possession of Alba Diaz by Isabel Cañas. And this is a possession story from her. I loved the vampire novel she wrote. And I didn't like the Hacienda as much, the haunting one. So Possession, hopefully I am gonna love this one just like I did Vampires of El Norte. I also went to an indie bookstore that specialized in horror and dark romance, and I picked up a book when I was there. It was on a trip because I was just excited to go to a horror themed bookstore in Wyoming, of all places, and I got a vampire anthology, Seize the Night, New Tales of Vampiric Terror. It has stories from Charlaine Harris, Scott Smith, John Advid Lindquist, Kelly Armstrong. Vampires are wonderful. See if there's anyone else. Brian Keene, Sherilyn Kenyon, John Langan, Tim Levin, Shannon McGuire, Lucy A. Snyder, Rio Yours. Whoa! Yeah, so it seems like a mix of paranormal romance type authors as well as horror authors. So we're gonna get some different takes on vampire stories, perhaps. I also made one trip to Barnes & Noble. It seems like I'm going about once a month, and I get 2 of the buy one, get one half off books. This time I got not buy one, get one half off books. I got a couple of horror books. One is a new release from Jonathan Jan's, Veil. And I love Jonathan Jan's books. I really love his writing. And this is an Alien book. It had like weird sticker residue right here, so they gave me an extra 10% off, and it plus my 20% off for being a member. And I also got My Ex, the Antichrist by Craig DeLuey. I have been liking his kind of cheeky horror comedy books lately. Books. I only read one, was the How to Survive a Horror movie, something. I love that book. It was so much fun. creepy too, I think. But definitely didn't take itself too seriously. And I'm guessing from this title, this might be similar. It's a twisted tale of love, heartbreak, and the apocalypse. We all have bad exes. Lily Lawyers just happens to be the Antichrist. So I'm looking forward to that one. All the rest of these books I have here are from Owlcrate. Yep, they're all from Owlcrate. One is from a subscription. 2 are from a pre-order that I did. And then 2 were extra stock of wait lists of subscriptions that I'm on wait list for. They had extra stock, so they let people on the wait list get first dibs. So I don't even know like where to start. Let's go with this one. This is the Romantasy subscription extra stock book, Forbidden Alchemy by Stacey McEwen. That's so pretty. I like the idea that it's alchemy based. Let's see the reverse dust cover. Has book art and quotes. Here's the naked hardcover foiling. Has quotes again, title on the side. The artwork is on the end pages. Is this the same artwork? Let me... No, it's a little different. This looks like when they were kids. They look young. And then... Ooh, that's pretty. Landscape. Okay. And there is a letter and signature page from Stacey McEwen. That is a very lovely book. Hopefully it is a lovely book when I read it. All Nina has ever wanted is to become an artisan. All Patrick seeks is a craftsman revolution. Will they choose their greatest desires or each other? It's kind of opposing desires, but they also desire each other. Sounds good. I have the horror pick. They had extra stock, so I got one of those. The Library of Hellbore by Cassandra Kah. Cassandra Kah's books I usually like, but I'm not like in love with them just because of the language is kind of a lot. But I do love the imagery and the grossness. I do like the stories of them. Oh, the reverse dust jacket on this is awesome. That is so cool. Wow. But this cover, also awesome. My favorite aesthetic. The creepy with the beautiful. The hardcover is also gorgeous. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I mean, that is wonderful. Oh my god. End pages are horrifying. We went from beautiful to horrifying. The back. I need to know what creature this is. That is amazing. This floral edges. Beautiful. Hand signed. And a typed letter. That is a gorgeous book. And I need to read about all these creatures. All these creatures are in the book. That's amazing. Amazing. So, will it have something to do with horrifying nature as well as odd creatures? I must know. I must know. Yeah, I'm going to be reading that soon, I hope. My pre-orders. Well, let's do. Yeah, my pre-orders was Spark of the Everflame and Glow of the Everflame by Pen Cole. How pretty. I've read Spark of the Everflame and loved it. So I wanted these special editions of the first 2 books. This is the Glow of the Everflame, the one that I have not read. I'm excited to read. It's signed. Reverse. I like this one better. Should I show the other one too? I'll show some artwork. Okay. Last book is the sci-fi pick, which I actually got onto the subscription. The sci-fi pick this quarter was Metallic Realms by Lincoln Mitchell. I have not heard of this book, but it sounds really cool. Wow. Sky Whale. Here's the reverse. Dust jacket. It's writing and notes on the hardcover. Internal artwork. Or end pages. I mean, like real world. Sci-fi world. I think this is like a book within a book. Like he's writing a book. Let me see. I remember. Fantastic universes and personal dramas collide as a group of friends blur the line between real life and fiction with delightfully disastrous results. It's about an author whose life is nothing like the intergalactic lives of the pulp heroes of his youth. He has a higher calling, and that is to preserve for all posterity the greatest series in the history of the written word, the Star-Wrought Chronicles, written collectively by Michael's best and perhaps only friend, Taurus K. Castle, and his misfit science fiction writing group, the Orb 4. So yeah, a book within a book. Maybe the actual story is not so science fiction, but you know, the story within the story is very science fiction. So looking forward to checking that one out, even though it was not on my radar. Let me know what you think of the books I picked up in September, and I will be back very soon with another book related video. Thanks. Bye.